guys, welcome back to Cooking with Kat. Today we're going to make a delicious side dish of roasted potatoes. This is so delicious and you can take it, it goes with anything. You can take it to your work's potluck or family dinner or anything really, or just eat it by itself. So let me walk you through the ingredients. Of course, you're gonna need potatoes. I have these baby gold potatoes, but you can use red ones or russet potatoes. Then we're going to need olive oil. We're gonna need salt. We're gonna need pepper, black pepper, butter. And I have these fresh herbs here, but you can use dried ones if you have them in hand. You can use sage, rosemary, thyme. I have parsley and rosemary, but you can really use anything that you like or have on hand. You're also going to need a big bowl and a strainer or a drainer to drain your potatoes. So let's get started. The first thing that you're going to do is grab your potatoes and you're going to cut them lengthwise. Now, the length or how big you want your potatoes is really up to your preference. But the best thing that you're going to do, or my biggest tip, is to cut them evenly so that they can cook evenly, or else some of them will be, undercooked or overcooked. So you want them, they don't have to be exactly the same, but it's really important that they're about the same size. So our potatoes are pretty much cut. Like I mentioned earlier, you guys want to pretty much have it the same size so there wouldn't be evenly or unevenly cooked. Next thing that we're gonna do is put in a bowl cold water. Okay, you wanna make sure that you put it in cold water, especially if you're gonna do something that that's before doing your potatoes, because cold water, what it does, it keeps the potatoes from browning. So you guys, that's a quick little tip there. In order for your potatoes not to brown, if you're going to be doing something else, or if you're not gonna put it in the oven immediately, you wanna leave it in cold water or in cool water, and it'll prevent them from browning, okay? So I wanna go over with you something that it's optional to do, but it'll cut down your oven time, and that is to parboil your potatoes first. So what we're gonna do is, I have a pot on the back, if you can see it, in the back, and we put cold water and we're gonna boil the potatoes just until you can barely or fairly stick a knife through it, okay? We'll be right back. So after your potatoes are drained and you get them out of that cold water that you put them in earlier, you're going to put them in a pot filled with water and put all of your potatoes there. Okay, this is going to cut the job of what the oven's going to do, which is just to golden and make your potatoes very crispy. This is going to cook them thoroughly, because sometimes when we leave the potatoes in the oven for a very long time, they tend to dry out. So check them for about 3 to 4 minutes, and if you can stick a knife through it without any hesitation, then your potatoes are good to be in the oven. All right, guys, now that our potatoes are parboiled, they have to be firm. Don't let it become ripped apart or the skin falling off. It's just not gonna work for your crispy roasted potatoes. So now that we have this, we're going on a strainer. We're going to drain the potatoes. So take out all that boiling water, drain them. And meanwhile you prepare, or we're going to prepare our tray, what you're going to do is put the potatoes back on the in the bowl, and then just put them there and cover them with really cold water, okay? This is going to help your potatoes cool down before you handle them to season them and to drizzle the oil on it, okay? So let's go get our baking tray. So what we're gonna do is, I already took out that cold water that I put on the potatoes for them to cool down, and you're going to leave it just sitting in your kitchen in the strainer, and just let them cool down. So they've already cooled down. The next thing that we're going to do is grab that clean bowl and put your potatoes in there. Alrighty. Then we're going to come here and drizzle our olive oil in the potatoes. So just drizzle a few tablespoons. It depends on the quantity of potatoes that you're doing. Okay, after that we're gonna grab our salt and just salt your potatoes, salt your potatoes. Okay, we're gonna salt the potatoes, and then we're going to make sure that they're coated. You can do it with your hands or with a spoon, however, whatever your preference is. Okay, so coat them with salt evenly, and then you're going to grab your black pepper and also do the same step that you did with the salt and coat them. Now that we've coated our potatoes with the olive oil and your black pepper and your salt, you're going to grab wherever you're putting your potatoes in, a baking dish or a baking tray. I have this one here. You're going to start putting your potatoes, okay? You're going to put the skin, or no, not the skin. You're going to put the cut side down. Okay, so that way they can get golden on that cut side and also crispy on the skin side. Okay, so make sure that you put all of your potatoes in there. Okay guys, now that we finished laying down our potatoes, you never want to mount them up like this. You want to give them their space so that they can cook evenly. And also, because we've already coated the potatoes with olive oil, you don't need to grease your pan. You want to preheat your oven to about no more than 400. So keep it between 375, 400. Every oven works differently. Usually about 45 minutes, depends on your oven. Some work more powerful, some work less powerful, but you want to start checking it at about 25 minutes or so. Okay. Let's get to baking now. All right guys, our potatoes have been cooking in the oven for about 55-60 minutes. They're crispy, they're golden. Be my witness. Come. Check this out. Look at that golden, crispy skin. And oh my goodness, it's hot. Let's flip this. Oh my gosh, check this out. So meanwhile they're hot, we're just going to do a quick herb sauce. So whatever herbs you had chopped in the beginning, you're gonna throw it in a bowl. Mine are parsley and just a little bit of rosemary, very simple herbs. And you're also going to throw in some butter. Because your potatoes are still hot, that butter, you don't need to melt it beforehand. You can just throw in your hot potatoes and it'll melt it right in. Okay, so make sure all your potatoes are in that bowl and you're going to shake it. Oops, there goes one. Shake it while it's hot. Coat it and the butter will melt just like that. Okay, so we're going to toss it and you will see that the butter and the herbs will start coating the potatoes. Look at how nice that is. It will start melting on its own, and once it's melted, it's ready to go. We'll serve it on a hot plate and we'll give it a try. Guys, our potatoes are ready to taste, but let's just take a moment. Oh my God, this smells so amazingly good. But before we taste, can we just take a moment of silence to look at these potatoes? I mean, look at this color. And I wish that you were just smelling and soaking all that smell in. Look at this crispy skin. Look at all of it. I mean, if a waiter brought you this in a restaurant, would you not just, those potatoes look so, you know what? Just dig right in, okay? Oh my goodness. I'm so nervous. I don't even know what. Okay, this is how this is done. These potatoes are making me nervous because they're so good. Oh my gosh. Okay, and they're extremely hot too, so remember to blow on your food or else you'll burn the roof of your mouth. Wow. Woo! Oh my gosh. No, just stop what you're doing and make these potatoes right now. They're so good, so crispy. The herbs, the aroma, everything is perfect. These potatoes are to die for. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned for more videos that we're going to be uploading weekly. Thank you so much for sticking by again, and hope you have a blessed, happy new year. Bye-bye.